What's up, everybody? Azario here, and welcome to another ADSplay uploading schedule for the week of July 27th. Let me see. This is the last ADSplay uploading schedule for the month, and as we cross over into August, as well as a couple other things that I'm going to be doing for this week, and of course, giving you guys an update as to my job search situation, how well that's going, and just to refresh everyone's, you know, memory as to what my plans are going to be if I land a job this week, because I've been busting my ass with this job search thing, and there's been a couple possible leads, but then it's just like, I don't know, like the managers act funny with these 9 to 5s. This is the reason why I started doing YouTube, you know, trying to make YouTube work for me on a financial level, trying to do this for a living, because I just can't deal with this corporate world, you know. Oh yeah, hey, well, this position is open, but you know, saying, like, we're gonna leave it open for a couple more days, wait till somebody else, you know what I mean? Like, it's just uh, like these dudes full of shit, and I really don't like dealing with that. So yeah, so give you guys an update on how that situation is going. Pardon me, I had to get the yawns out. But yeah, I'm gonna update you guys on that situation, as well as a couple things I have planned for this week. And of course, as always, there's gonna be some videos for Yu-Gi-Oh, for all my Yu-Gi-Oh viewers out there. You know, like, I never leave y'all hanging. It's pretty much guaranteed that you guys are gonna get something out of this. So with that being said, first let's get started. So just to get it out the way, let me talk about this job search and how everything's going. Um, Hold on, let me take this up so I don't forget it. Get to speak on it during this video. Alright. So for since the second week of this month, I've been job searching like crazy. I mean, grocery stores, fast food places, convenience stores, things like that, like just everywhere. And these positions have been open at the places that I've filled out for. And it seems like none of the managers have time to do interviews at all. It's like this one's over here telling me, "Oh, I'm just trying to get the store straight, so I've got to wait for a little while before I call anybody for interviews," which is understandable, because I understand that managers they are pretty busy for the most part, and they have to make time for interviews to fill in positions, things like that. My problem is that some of the positions that I filled out for, especially at like Lowe's, are like seasonal positions, and I'm just like, well, damn, how busy are you going to be? About time you hire me, if you do, the seasonal position will be damn near halfway through, and you know what I mean? Like, it's some bullshit going on there, and I'm just like, ugh, it's kind of nerve wracking, because I know what I want to do, and I can literally see myself in a position where I want to go in terms of what I'm gonna do with the money that I make from the job, and as well as, like, I can literally physically feel myself being there. It's weird. Like, I don't know, like, I've been gifted with this sense of foresight to where I can physically see myself already, doing what it is I want to do. I've seen myself doing this YouTube thing for a living, and it's kind of working that way, but I just gotta keep investing into it before it really pays off. And I can see myself getting a job, but I don't know how far down the line that's going to actually take. So hopefully, this week I'm gonna do like a shit ton of calls. Like, I'm gonna annoy the piss out of those managers. I don't give a fuck. One manager said that they appreciate my persistence, and I understand that that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to get underneath their skin for you to really show them that, hey, guess what? I want this fucking job. I don't give a fuck if you tell me to call back tomorrow. I'm calling back in the next 5 hours. like like that persistent. Like, I'm really, like, when you think of this position, my name comes up. So some of those managers literally know my name by voice. I've been calling them so much, like they recognize my voice because I've been calling them so much, and like they know who it is. Like, that's how persistent I've been. It can be annoying for them, but at the same time, hey, I want that job. So hopefully something can happen this week, because crossing into August, this is getting into where the releases are starting to happen. I haven't looked at the list of games that's coming out in August. I have the paper somewhere in here, but I didn't find it. But August is on Friday, and that's when like the next batch of games comes out. So next A-DSplay uploading schedule, like I'm gonna have that paper with me that I got from GameStop, and I'm gonna check out the games that's gonna be coming out next week. But as far as this week goes, crossing into the A-DSplay schedule, as you guys know, I was playing Tekken Revolution last week. Still got some videos that I want to do from Tekken Revolution. People seem to enjoy my matches on there like a lot more than my Street Fighter 4 matches. I guess it's because not too many people play Tekken Revolution these days, but people still want to see it. So I don't know if it's that, or if it's how I play the game, or if it's my commentary. I don't know what it is, but people seem to enjoy that more. So I have like a few more videos from that session of Tekken Revolution matches, and I want to try that out. Also, last week I said that I wanted to touch on Soul Calibur Lost Swords. I actually got to log on to there because I participated in some of the events last week, and it ended on the 23rd. And I want to see what items I got from that. On top of that, I want to continue on with those missions. I don't know if I'm going to do any event quests, but if I do, of course, those are going to go into a separate playlist that I have set up already. And, so like we'll see. So hopefully there's something there. This week, they're going to be doing a new champion rotation in Infinite Crisis. So that's going to be something to look forward to. On top of that, they did a patch, and I don't remember everything or all the changes, but I know that Gaslight Catwoman has been nerfed a little bit because her like attack power was like through the fucking roof. Like they gave her like some rebalancing nerfs. Like Arcane Green Lantern, his default will has been increased from, I think, like 300 to 380. I think that's what they said it had increased to. The reason being because early game, you know, Arcane Green Lantern doesn't have much. So what they did was that they tried to give him more willpower since it drained out a lot faster than any of the other champions, it seemed. And like since he's a support, character, he needs that extra will. So like they buffed him up properly. And I think Batman got some nerfs, got some rebalancing. I think Harley Quinn got some rebalancing as well. And I can't remember who else got rebalanced. But yeah, like it was a lot of changes in the game, and they also did some for the turrets. I think that what would happen is that when you're playing on like the um, Coast City Marina or um, the Gotham Divided map. I have to think about that for a minute because I couldn't remember. Like my mind was going blank. But yeah, on that map, the the um the other team's uh, turrets. What would happen is that if you ran into them and they started shooting you, like the damage would increase over time. And if you left and you came back, then like the damage would reset. So let's say, for example, if the turrets were doing like, I would say about like 15 damage for like each hit, and over time, like after so many hits, like after say like I would say about like 5 hits or so. Mind you, all this is nothing more than an example. Um, so say like it was doing like 15 damage, and then after that it increased to like 35 or something like that, and then you leave and then you come back, then it would, saying still be hitting you at that reset damage at 15 a hit. But what they changed it to is that, as the damage increases, if you leave the turret and you try to like come back to it, I think they said that it continues that amount of damage that that it was doing for like a set period of time or something like that. I don't know, like, but I'm interested in seeing what these changes are going to be. So Infinite Crisis most definitely. Hopefully they have Sinestro on there as a free champion this time, because I wanted to, for like 2 weeks now, I've wanted to try out Sinestro on on cam, and I tried him out off cam like a good 3 times, and I did kind of get the hang of him a little bit, but I want to see how I do, you know, after it's been a while since I played with him. So Infinite Crisis most definitely coming this week. Also, the Destiny beta. Now I actually have a funny story about this. Now last night I downloaded the beta, so like to the game, and like before that, on the PlayStation Network store, it showed that the beta has been available since the 17th. However, when I was looking for it on the 17th, it was nowhere to be found on the PlayStation store. So everybody else talking about, oh yeah, these guys were able to get the beta. These guys were able to get the beta. I wasn't able to get the beta at all. So it was just like, oh, now it's available all of a sudden. So I downloaded it. So I'm interested in seeing what this is going to be. Mind you, I do not play first-person shooters, or rather, I haven't played first-person shooters. I think the last first-person shooter that I played, like actually, like seriously, um, I think it was on Sega Genesis, and I think it was the Terminator first-person shooter. It's literally been that long since I touched a first-person shooter that I actually liked. But I think like the last one prior to this one was like Halo or something like that. Like I think it was like the first Halo. But I never played Halo seriously like that. So that's the thing. Um, what else? What else? What else? No, as far as ADSPLAY, that's it. So uploading the rest of my uploading the rest of my Tekken Revolution footage, Infinite Crisis, Soul Calibur Lost Swords this week as well, and I'll be playing the beta to Destiny. So that's all coming for ADSPLAY this week. For Yu-Gi-Oh! 101, of course, you guys know I have a new retro modernization. I apologize for this past week. Retro modernization was a bit late. For whatever reason, I lost track of time, and I thought that I did it already, but when I looked at the playlist, I noticed that I didn't do it, and I was just like, oh man, wow, like this week went by fast, and I just didn't realize it. So I ended up doing it on Saturday, and it's a build where I took the cards, the first sarcophagus, the second sarcophagus, and the third sarcophagus, and Spirit of the Pharaoh, and I build a deck around that monster. And I think it's pretty interesting. And again, retro modernization isn't just making some random build. It's about taking older um, archetypes or cards or monsters or whatever, and making a build that is playable with them. When people have said that it's harder or it's very difficult to make a dual to make a to make a playable build with these cards, what I do is that because I always talk about how much I research cards and things like that. So like I'm pretty much like a walking library. So like when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh. So anything that I can do to try to challenge myself, I do that. back when people didn't want to play with the Cloudians, and they say, oh, like the Cloudians can't be played, and that the Cloudians are unplayable and they're not anything good anymore. I've made a Cloudian deck that actually works in today's era in Yu-Gi-Oh, and it's just about having the right ratio of cards. I made an Amazonas build that was amazing. That beat a shooting Quasar Dragon spam summon build. That's my claim to fame with that. I even showed like this was like earlier this year. I had like a picture of it and I showed it in video, of me beating this build. And it's all about patience. I did a Mirage Knight build. I did. I'm trying to think of what else I did. Because I did so many retro modernizations, but nevertheless, the whole goal is to make hard to play or cards that seem to be very difficult to play in today's era in Yu-Gi-Oh from the earlier days in Yu-Gi-Oh, and making a playable build with them. Not tournament worthy or anything like that. I don't think I can make anything tournament worthy like that, but just to make them playable and to give people different things to work with, and just to show people that it's not impossible to make a deck with anything. It's not impossible. It's very, very playable, and it's very, very possible to make a deck doing anything. It just takes like the right people have to get involved. Some people just can't build decks on their own, net deckers. But actually that was like a terrible attempt at doing that. But like net deckers and all the other people that just can't seem to build a deck on their own is just like, you know, I'm just showing you that what people say are difficult cards to use and you can't do this because it's just too hard. I'm doing this. Matter of fact, I'm going to show you this week in today's retro modernization. Matter of fact, like I'm going to drop you the same hint that I dropped in this past fan day, in like the final fan day video of July 25th, 2014. I said that this next build that I'm working on was the ace monster of the guy. Now, of the guy, okay. Again, like this is for my Yu-Gi-Oh geeks or Yu-Gi-Oh historians or whatever you want to call yourselves. People who've been watching the anime for like since the very first Yu-Gi-Oh series. I dropped a hint as to what the next retro modernization was going to be. I said that the next build, the next retro modernization build that I'm working on is a build that is based around the ace monster of the guy who threw Yugi's Exodia cards overboard on their way to Duelist Kingdom. If you can guess that, then you get a cookie. I don't know how I'm going to get it to you, but yeah, like you're going to get a cookie. But yeah, that's the hint. So this retro modernization, it may come later on in this week. It may come earlier. Just I'm just trying to mess around with the with the build a little bit to try to see what else I need to add to it, what else I need to take out, or try to see like what else I can do with it. Because the build, like it's kind of like, I don't really want to say one shot. Like I'm going to say like it's very, very difficult to try to pull off. Like this is, like I thought like the past builds I was going to do. This one right here just takes patience. And it's funny because this past retro modernization build actually kind of teaches patience, because the monster Spirit of the Pharaoh can only be summoned to the field pretty much 3 turns or like 2 turns after you activate the first sarcophagus trap card, because you got to wait till each of your opponent's end phases, and then you have to activate the second sarcophagus and then the third, and then you got to send all 3 of them to the from your back row to the graveyard in order to special summon the monster either from your hand or your deck. So it does take patience, and this next build is really going to emphasize on that and pretty much how to protect yourself and your monster. So, like, it's going to be fun trying to see if I can make a build with that monster. So let's see what happens. So that's coming this week. As you guys know, I've been working. I mentioned this last week. I'm working on a funnies video that I've been trying to do for quite some time, but like it's really just taking me a while. Like it's gonna take a couple of weeks before I really get it done. But I think it's gonna be funny. I think it's gonna be entertaining. So I haven't done like a funnies video in quite some time. So I'm really working on this one like really hard, and I'm trying to make it as good as I possibly can. You know, so that's something to look out for. I'm also working on a couple of Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 discussion videos as well. I don't really know what the topics are going to be about, but anytime I do a video like that, you guys know I try to be, as helpful or as informative as possible, or at least I try to make it interesting to where you guys can see that what I'm saying has merit to it. You know, I always try to discuss things that are going on either around the Yu-Gi-Oh community or little things that, happen, or the way other people on the outside of the Yu-Gi-Oh community look at us, as, you know, people in the Yu-Gi-Oh community. So I always try to make it very interesting. So with that being said, of course you guys know there's like several booster packs. Pretty much shitted. I pretty much literally shot out so many card reviews these past couple of weeks, man. I'm pretty sure that there's going to be new card reviews coming this week, because the first on August 1st, I think Battle Pack 3 Monster League is going to be released. It, in the TCG, and there's like 6 new trap cards, 2 new spells, and 2 new monsters coming in the that booster pack. So I'm interested in seeing what that's going to be about. Also, like, the time is drawing near for the new well, no, not the new challengers, because I think the cards already have been released in the OCG for that. And Booster SP Rising Masters, that booster pack release is drawing near. So yeah, like, there's a lot going on, man, a lot going on, and I'm looking forward to seeing what how those cards are going to be. Uh, Also, for the people that are wondering, yes, I am going to do another Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Fan Day on Skype really soon. It's just that understand that the reason why I have not been able to do it these past couple of weeks when I really wanted to is because of this job search situation. And the reason why I say that is because, you know, I've been in situations before, right, where I was waiting on some callbacks from a job to find out if I was hired or not, and I was hired, and I had to drop everything I was doing literally because they wanted me to come work, then and there, like at that moment. So I don't want that to be the case when I'm doing Skype Fan Day. When I'm doing Skype Fan Day, I want to dedicate my entire time to you guys, my undivided attention. Let's have fun. Let's joke around. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's have fun around each other. And I feel like if that time came again, I think it would be so rude for me to have to stop Skype Fan Day, you know what I mean, in the middle of it, just for me to go, to work. Obviously, I know people are very understanding. Like, I can't, you know, not go to work, but at the same time, I don't want to be rude like that. Like, that's just, like, literally, like man, that sucks. I'm on there, like, to spend time with you guys and have fun, pretty much only for me to just run off to go work like that out of middle of nowhere. So it's just like, that would be bad look. So until I get hired to where I can actually schedule around a Skype Fan Day, I just, pretty much have that on halt right now. So Skype Fan Day is postponed. However, Fan Day still happens. Like the regular Fan Day, you guys will still see it. And this upcoming Fan Day, it's going to be August 1st. So it's going to be 8/1 14, and my birthday is gonna be on a Sunday. Actually, like my birthday is August 10th, so it's yeah. So I'm gonna be 26, man. Oh man. As long as I'm not living in Louisiana, man. That was actually one of my birthday goals. Like I hope I was able to leave Louisiana like before I turn like 28, and I'm turning 26 in 2 weeks. So yeah, man. Time flies. I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday though. Like I never thought about it. It sucks though. Like I don't want to seem like a bland, boring type person, but like I've always like I never really thought of my birthday to be anything like wow, you know? Like it was just another day on the calendar for me. Not that my parents or like my family members haven't tried to make it special. Like they had like the birthday cakes and all that. You know, like me personally, I just never looked at it as anything, too crazy. I don't know what they're gonna plan this time since I'm in California and like my sister, she's always trying to get me out the house and things like that. But I'm focusing on videos. I think that for that day, of course, like I don't think anybody's gonna be mad at me for you know like leaving the house, but that's in like 2 weeks. So like I'm gonna have to do that ADSplay uploading schedule early just in case they do try to do anything. Um, yeah. So just to give you guys a quick recap of everything going on this week. Uh, Soul Calibur Lost Swords, the rest of my Tekken Revolution videos, Infinite Crisis matches. So we can check out like the new rebalancing and all that, and the Destiny beta. We're going to be trying that out for the PlayStation 3 coming this week as well. I'm interested in seeing what that is, and I'm interested in getting my hands on a first-person shooter because I haven't played one in a lifetime. Um, got a couple Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 discussion videos coming this week. A retro modernization. Of course, Yu-Gi-Oh! 101 Fan Day on August 1st. So make sure you guys pay attention to my Twitter to know when that happens. And of course, there just may be some card reviews. I wouldn't go above it, considering that there's going to be some booster packs that are going to be released this week. And I'm trying to make sure that I didn't forget anything. Um, yeah, so I guess I'm gonna close this one out by saying, thank you to everybody that's been sticking around with me through these rough times. I know there hasn't been any like new content on the channel like that, as far as like new games and ADSplay unboxings and things like that, because I've been waiting on this 9 to 5. Like, if I can land a job like a 9 to 5 out here, then I can start building up everything that I need. Because I pretty much need me a new laptop. I can finally get my Twitch TV off the ground. I can buy like my Nintendo 3DS with my direct capture modifications in it. I can buy my PlayStation 4, a Wii U, an Xbox One. Even though I said I would never get one, I think it's only right that I do, considering that Xbox One has exclusive games that won't be on PlayStation 4. So it only makes sense. It only makes sense. And like I know, and I can finally catch up on all the games that I missed. And like I said, if I am able to land this job, just like I said, like before I left Louisiana to come to California, it's going to be a time this year where I'm going to have to catch up on all those games that I missed. Watch Dogs, South Park, Stick of Truth, you know what I mean? All these games, and things like that. And I really have to make sure that I catch up on all those games, because I know people have been wanting me to play them, and they've been very saying loyal to the channel and loyal to my just loyal to being like a subscriber to me, and they haven't been watching it supposedly on other people's channels because they want to hear my commentary and things like that, and get my experiences with the game. So I do apologize, but understand that when the content comes, it's going to be rushing in. I'm talking about finishing like one game a week type of rushing, and I know I'll be able to do it the way that I play video games. So So yeah, man. So when that happens, it is going to be one hell of a time. So thank you guys for watching. Peace, and I'll see you guys later.